Do you want me to start?
Hi, I'm Brian Melton, head of business development in the Melton team. And we're here today to talk about National Association Expert Advisors and specifically coaching with John Kitchens. Who's this other lady we have here?
I'm Erin Melton, associate broker with eXp Realty and one of the team leaders, the Melton team.
And we just wanted to talk for a second about John and what we've done so far with our team. We've only been coaching with him probably now for about 4 months or so, and tell him a little bit about what has happened so far.
Well, so we've been in the real estate business together for just shy of 20 years. And so we've been through the highs and the lows of market. We have been around the block. We know what to do. However, it always seems that year after year, good year, bad year, there always was that roller coaster and always hitting those times of simply being at that plateau point, not being able to get beyond that certain point and struggling and being frustrated with that. And since we've been started coaching with John Kitchens, I don't know what it is, but it's having someone that really knows how to truly grow a business, structure it the way you need to, and keep you focused on a path of where you want to go so that you can take things to that next level and really helping you redefine what success means for you and what success means for your team. And that's not the same for everyone.
And we've definitely done coaching before. We've done it with probably every coaching company that's out there. Mm-hmm. And they're all pretty much the same as somebody is going to tell you, here's what you need to do, and you need to get on the phone, and you start talking to people, and just keep picking up the phone. And then next week, why didn't you pick up the phone? Why didn't you call enough people? Those sort of things. Mm-hmm. And this is something that's totally different. This is how do you structure your business from the very beginning, mm-hmm. and then when you hit bottlenecks in your business, mm-hmm. and there's telltale signs of things are starting to bottleneck, what do you do about that?
Right.
And what are your next steps? And those are the things that we never got to because we're just so busy with everything. Right. And so we've been talking about it and they're like, why is this different than everything we've ever done? Because we've read a lot of books. We've done a lot of self-help things. We've been around a lot of coaches. Why is this so different? And what were one of the things that we had talked about?
I would say one of the things we had spoken about was varied from being at other seminars and retreats and talking to other coaches is that instead of it being just them always telling you what to do next and not necessarily putting you on a path, is that being surrounded by people that really have been through it before and being surrounded and networking and hearing stories and talking to other people that are at the same level of production where you are business-wise or perhaps a little bit higher, but all striving towards the same thing and having the same sort of growth issues. I think another thing that was really important that it's going to is really focusing that, yes, it's important to be working the business and dealing with the present, but in order for you to get past those points and those plateaus, to make your present better, that dream for the future has got to be big. And I think that has been a big thing for us to realize as a team, and then truly, instead of always just going into a plan and then just kind of going at it and then realizing a little while later, this isn't working, or turning around thinking I feel stupid that we've got to redo this again, realizing that is the proper way of doing a business plan is you set things and then quarterly you need to be revisiting it and seeing if it needs to be revised, if there needs to be course correction. That is the way it's supposed to be. I'd say that's a big difference,
And I think something with our mindset before was a lot of it was based on, it's just essentially my ego, I guess. That it's like, you make a plan at the beginning of the year and you don't need to change anything.
Right.
You just need to keep going. You need to keep executing the plan. And then at the end of the year, you've forgotten everything that you wrote down. Mm-hmm. You pick that sheet back up. You
right.
look at it and you go like, well, we didn't do this, or
right,
this.
Right.
And we had like 10 things on there.
Exactly.
And we didn't do any of it.
Right.
Every single year.
Right.
And so now it's like, no, you're not dumb. You're not, not good at your job or whatever if you have to make changes continuously. And if you have to look at things every single week, then guess what? You have to look at things every single week. Mm-hmm. And sales and marketing is one of those things that you have to now look at every single week, whether you want to or not.
Right.
And that is a big, big eye-opener for me, is we don't know. I mean, we were kids when we started out
Right.
doing this. And it's like, we don't know how to build a business. We didn't come from corporate America.
No.
We're just doing the best we can and working hard.
Right, to take
And
care of our
working
clients.
hard
Yeah.
gets you so far.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get
No.
past that.
Another thing that was really important, and I think that's really good as a team, and realizing us as a couple, always working together, always have worked together well, always have gotten along well, no matter what we've been doing, but we have hit our heads together on several different things, and more of you coming from that more visionary sort mindset of always looking to the forward to the future, and me being more focused upon the present and what needs to be done to get things done. And I think the important thing that we've really had those aha moments about because of John has been, you focus on one thing for 90 days, because if you're focusing on too many things, you get burnt out. And then you're not going to be finishing that one thing that really needs to be done in order to take you to that next thing you need to be done. Yeah. And that feels so much better, that it's like, okay, we can handle that, and really being able to come together for once and really see eye to eye on, it just opened up our eyes and we said, okay, we know what the next step needs to be.
Absolutely. And so now we can look at each other like we always do with everything that we do, is we kind of give each other a look, give each other a glance.
Right.
And it's like, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Other people don't know what we're talking about, but we know what we're talking about.
Right.
And that is the funniest thing, is we know exactly now what the next step is.
Right.
I don't have to say it. You don't have to say it.
No.
We know exactly what it is.
Right.
And we know that if we get to that 90-day point and it's not done, that's what we have to do for the next 90 days.
That's right.
I mean, it doesn't change. It doesn't go, you didn't do that one, so we'll just skip it and we'll do something else.
Nice try.
Yeah. It's always going to be in front of you. The biggest eye-opener, we just did a something called the kitchen table, where we got everybody together, and I think it's all people that he coaches, and sitting and looking around the room. I think everybody at the very beginning, like, you can tell how people are dressed and different things, that it's like they want to make sure that they aren't the smallest fish in the room.
Exactly.
And that is something funny to watch, that like day 2, day 3, everybody's in t-shirts.
Yeah.
And the people that you thought were like, they're the richest people in the room, or whatever, they're the most successful, that it's like, not necessarily.
No.
And every single team in that room on a per agent basis was about the same, and dealing with the exact same things.
And that was really, I think that was nice to have that camaraderie with people for once, that it isn't your immediate, people you might get along with, or agents that you work with on a regular basis, but you're all in the same office, or you're still all working in the same area, and there's that natural competition that's already there, unfortunately. And it was great to be networking people from all over the different country, in different areas that they're selling, but they're all using the same systems, the same procedures, and the same way of going and treating their business, and seeing that you really can pick it up, replicate it anywhere, no matter what the market is, and how empowering that is to have other people go, hey, you're in the same shoes as me, but that's not seen as a weakness. By admitting that, it's strength. It's how you grow, and it's how you get better, and focus on the important things, which is being successful for your team, and more importantly, that translates to being successful with helping your clients better, with being better with your family, with achieving your goals, and helping other people on your team or in your network achieve their goals of working towards financial freedom. And that's something I can really wrap my arms around.
Yeah. And so now, I mean, we know sort of the why of like, how did we get here? And it's only been 4 months, and we've only been really implementing things for about 2 months.
Right.
And what really has happened, just off the top of your head, like what has happened in the past 2 months sales-wise?
Even after 20 years, and having good months, having good years, and what have you, in November of 2020, had the best month ever. Best month ever. And that's in the middle of a pandemic. That's in November. That's during an election year. I mean,
And other team members
and other team members.
are also having a lot of success.
Exactly.
Which is like the
Exactly.
most exciting thing.
And the exciting thing about other team members having that success would be, even in the midst of us having our best month ever and being really busy, still having that ability to guide them and to help them through. And because we finally have the tips and the guidance and the path to follow, that it isn't us just throwing out ideas from our experience. It is actual, followable and I don't know, replicatable. Yeah.
Proven, repeatable systems.
There you go. There you go.
That's the thing. It's proven systems. They're repeatable, and they're scalable, and you can do them anywhere in the country, and they're the same results.
Yep.
Anywhere in the country. And that is a very, very powerful thing, because a lot of times you'll start something and 2 months later you're like, well, this stinks. I don't want to do this anymore because it's not working. This
Right.
isn't working. Now you have people that have done the exact same thing for 8, 9, 10 months, 18 months.
Right.
And they have given you the results that they've had, and you go, okay, well, we're where you were.
Right. Right.
At 2 months.
Yep.
So no, we don't need to quit.
We don't need to quit. It's all about consistency.
It's all
It's
about
continuing towards things, and that's a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful thing.
And when you don't know that, that is the thing. It's like what you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
And when the only people that you have to bounce ideas off of are people that are not rubbing shoulders with you, and people that are not where you're at in your business.
Or
and
not
they
striving
maybe-
towards something
Yeah.
that you're striving towards as well, or have that general will and mentality. Yes.
Yeah. When you're not with those sorts of people, though, what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to bounce ideas off of somebody that has, their goal as 20 sales for the year.
Right.
Like, that does nothing for us.
No.
When we want to do 20 in a month.
Right.
And so it's a big time to be able to talk to people that do 50 in a month.
Right.
Or 60 in a month. Or there were people at the table that do about 100 deals in a quarter.
Right.
And that's the thing, is it's a really powerful thing to be able to look at people and go, their margins are exactly the same as ours. There is nothing different about what they do.
Nope.
There's nothing different about the results that they get. It's just you're able to talk to people that have been doing it for a lot longer in that specific system.
Absolutely. And you realize you truly are working towards the right thing, and the way that you've been doing things with these little tweaks, and realizing it's just that consistency and keeping focused in that, and taking a lot of hats off of your head that you may have been wearing, and focusing more on those high dollar producing items that are in your wheelhouse of what you are truly brilliant at. It's where you're passionate, it's where you're going to excel, because it is your natural tendencies towards things, and leaving those other things that are really important to those other people. And it's amazing the ability that it opens up. It opens up best months ever in November in the middle of a pandemic after 20 years in sales.
And just to give a little bit of perspective, for November, we had 23 team sales, which has never happened.
Nope.
Not in a quarter.
Nope.
Has probably never happened in a good 4 months, maybe in a good
Right,
4
right.
months.
But definitely
that
not
in 1 month.
in 1 month.
And for you,
Yep.
Which is always the superstar, which is good, had 14 sales by yourself,
Right.
which is pretty awesome.
Yep.
It's very awesome.
And it feels good.
And it feels really good. It feels good. I don't know about you, but it feels so good to me to not have to sit and worry and have bad dreams and stay up at night thinking are we doing the right things?
Right.
Are we doing the right things in the right order? Mm-hmm. Do we know that these things are going to work, or are we just kind of stabbing at stuff?
Right.
And we don't ever have to guess about that, because we know exactly
Right.
what works and what doesn't, and we know we're doing the right things.
And we know we're doing it in the right order, and we know that if we don't hit certain goals within a certain amount of time, you just keep on working the thing, because we at least have that plan and focus of this is based completely on our core values, this is our why, this is what we are always working towards, and what each person brings to the team in order to achieve that. And it is extremely empowering to know you are on the right path, and you keep on doing what you're doing, because you've based it now on, you've systematically put it out to when this needs to be done and how it needs to be done.
Proven repeatable system.
There you go.
Yes. That was all we got.